selfish here and share a poem that I wrote yesterday.
Oh, cool.
So I gotta get it out. It's called Just Because. Just because I say I'm a Christian, do not assume the worst of me. Because I too have been used, abused, and misunderstood by people who call themselves men and women of faith. Enough to make me question my own, but at the end of the day, I need to separate the offense from the offender and render some forgiveness, lest it eats away at me, manifesting itself as bitterness. Just because I'm black and I'm proud, do not assume the worst of me. I am not that bitch you see on TV or the big screen. The one who gets more publicity than the one with a degree of common sense. Since this type of thing will most likely not be televised, I advise you to spread the word that there are some colored people with integrity who have faith of a mustard seed to believe that maybe, just maybe, well, maybe. And just because I'm about girl power, do not assume that I am a typical feminist. I am not vegan. I'm not trying to burn bras with my D cups. I'm now lesbian. However, I have reduced my meat consumption and prefer a sports bra in my day of leisure and support same-sex relationships. Just don't interfere in mine. And that goes for everybody. I'm not your typical. It's quite simple. Don't approach me with the assumption that you know me without having to sit down and have a cup of coffee with me. You don't know me. This particular monologue here is just a peek. Whether or not you like what you see or hear is irrelevant to me. I write and recite to release thoughts. That's being free. The need to have someone listen to me is not so much of a need rather than a courtesy. I'll speak aloud in an empty room and it ceases to be empty. The power of speaking. And just because I'm speaking doesn't mean you're listening. You may be thinking that I'm hungry or what your next poem will be, judging my clothes or the style of hair I'm wearing. Or hell, maybe you were listening just because.